Yo, real quick, just to um let me hide the floating media controls and whatnot. But real quick, um, to start this video off, 900, 900 of you? There's 900 of you here. 900 is crazy. Like, I'm actually just processing this as I'm speaking it out loud. Like, I went to go check it this morning, and there's 904 of you. I appreciate every single person that has ever sat here longer than 10 minutes and watched me speak about any fucking thing. 900? Like I'm telling you, I'm fucked up by that right now. But long story short, I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And I would say as far as like my students, I've had for the past like 3, 4 years, or even like all the people I've met in my Discord, in these past 3 or 4 years. And like all the work that we've done, even like collectively, I am so proud of what we have accomplished. Like this whole video is specific for you for a reason. And I wanted to talk about something because um I took a break, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, what, you don't make videos anymore?" I already told you about this channel, bro. This channel is not for you. This for my future kids. If I want to take a break and not drop a video, we're going to take a break. I might book the entire time. So if you did not get a chance to go and get a copy of my book, not just Hobby's book, because I love Hobby's book, but shout out to Hobby for the inspiration. I want you guys to go and check out it's called The Market Map 2025, written by Jay. So if you have not already got your copy or have not already been reading your copy of it, to kind of explain myself, it's like a book about all the shit that we're doing here. Like it's about advancing yourself in your trading. We talk about algorithms, but the cool part is we don't talk just about the front end. We talk about back ends. So that means the algorithm that you feel like you're learning right now, whether it's from my videos with ICT, Hoppy stuff, a mixture of all that, right? You read this book right here. A lot of people don't know this, but when I was in high school, my first real dream was to be a screenwriter. People don't know this. And so I had the opportunity to go to a an art school, right? But I was told at the time that I got accepted to this art school, and I had written two like um short fiction stories, right, when I was applying for these colleges. I really, really wanted to fucking do this. So I was either going to go to the Columbia, right? It's out in Chicago. It's a art school. Or I was going to go to UArts. But in turn, me not becoming a screenwriter, I needed somewhere to put these ideas, right? So as I'm writing my book about trading, I realized, I said, you know what? I don't need this to be boring. There's a full-blown sci-fi story in the middle of you learning how to trade and me talking about algorithms. So we talk about not just gold back levels, but other aspects of gold back concepts that I love the most. That's why this book is insane. And another book. But this right here, this one is already out and you can go read it right now. So after you're done with this video, go and grab a copy of book. Okay. The only reason why I told you about the book right now instead of waiting, because what we're talking about today is kind of similar to what we speak about in my book. A lot of people think that like the gold back level shit or like when we talk about like what's important in terms of like concept or not, right? Or even if we talk about the hierarchy of concepts here, like I do need you to some degree have some background knowledge on core ICT content. Okay. Well, can't spell today. But this is the problem. I need you to get to a point where like you're not really thinking it's just about um algorithm one or just thinking it's just about algorithm two. I need you to get to a point where you're not super fucked up every time you're looking at like why the marketplace is going up or why the marketplace is going down. I need you to have much more of a skill when it comes to what I call, again, narrating. You need to be a reliable narrator. So when we talk about, again, like you guys understand my screen, right? I'll reintroduce it for anybody who's new. Um, my yellow is going to separate my weeks, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. Now, the only reason why we don't have a another panel here, right? This was actually a bank holiday. Okay. All right. Now, this is the thing, my guy. I need you to understand this, right? I'll be forgetting to blow it by it every time I do one of these videos. I'll get too deep into what I'm thinking about and like completely forgot until I saw the blunt in my hand in the video. I'm like, oh. So like we're looking at a bank holiday. And I totally understand where a lot of people have no idea how to actually separate narration from your entry. What the fuck do I even mean by that? What the fuck do you mean? Have you ever seen the movie Dazed and Confused? You ever seen it? If you've never seen the movie Dazed and Confused, go watch it also right after this video. Okay. Now, this is the thing, right? When we talk about narrative and like why I need you to have some sort of idea about core ICT content, okay? Um, Me trying to give you my full like ideology about like how trading works and what it does do and what it doesn't do in terms of algorithms, right? And the thing is, I'm trying to get you to separate um textbook content from how you're using it. So even we speak about like up or down or whatever the case is, right? Yeah, we could talk about this being sell side and why. But for example, us talking about any piece of narration, I don't need it to be very difficult at all. I just need you to logically tell me what the fuck we're doing and why. So for example, if you're telling me, yo, Jay, we're bullish, I want to ask you why. Why do you think that? And so for example, if I'm giving you or ICT, okay? Now, hear me, please hear me. Do not put words in my mouth about this or anything. Just listen to what I'm exactly saying. Okay. I've spoke about this before, but terminology and how people speak makes a difference. So how you're referencing something, I might be thinking about five things just because you said a certain number, but I'm thinking in general, right? You need to get to the super point. What do we need to be doing? You need to be a buyer under lows. You need to be a seller above highs. Why? Simply that's because your smart money is going to operate like this, right? Okay. So when we talk about this basic motherfucking framework, and here, let me get me out of the way. Right. So when we're talking about this again, basic as fuck framework, again, I need you to narrate. We haven't talked about where your entry is for any of this right now. But what I need you to do is be able to tell me logically why selling is fucking not even possible anymore. Someone else is going to say, "Oh, well, Jay, no, we could have, went lower. There was," and they're going to start looking at whatever the fuck is down here. No, 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 I'm not trying to hear that. Not trying to hear it. And I've said this before on this channel, and I'm gonna say it again, right? Um, First of all, 900. Holy shit! Like, bro, I'm feeling like Tony Hawk right now. Like, we got 900 of you. Like, pat yourselves on the back right now. I understand my ADHD is everywhere every time I make a video, but I'm really thinking about it again. 900 of you? Damn. Anyway, so we're looking at this, right? And we're talking about, again, a basic turtle soup setup. We open, we come down, we take a previous low, right? But being able to separate not just liquidity, but separate a lot of your concepts into categories with yourself. So what that means, when I talk about like monthly, weekly, daily, or I'll say day, and session. Bro, I got my laptop fixed and my laptop cleaned. My keys on this bitch feel so clean. Like, and if you're like me, right, you're probably constantly smoking while you're on the computer. So like I'm sure I had all sorts of bullshit like underneath my keyboards and all that. So when you're typing and shit, it doesn't feel as comfortable. But having fresh set of keys on the keyboard, oh my Lord, I love this shit, man. And like when we talk about monthly, weekly, day, session, and we'll attach it to an idea. Okay. Right now, we're going to apply it to liquidities. Sure. So logically tell me why the fuck we need to keep selling off. The market only goes up or down because we have an objective, and it's going to stop because of two reasons. Okay. Your only two reasons for your algorithm to stop and reverse. Okay. I need you to fully hear me about this. You either get to an objective, you could pick from our list over here, or the timer runs out. And interesting analogy that one of my friends kind of gave out, right? And I love how he spoke about this. And when you think about algorithms, right? You think about Instagram, you think about Facebook, you think about traffic lights. Him speaking about traffic lights changed my whole perspective. If we're speaking about algorithms, you either get to an objective or the time runs out. When you're driving and you hit a traffic light, it's either green or it's red, telling you what to do. So when you get to a liquidity, right? And again, pairing it to a major one, I call these the majors. Okay. So I'm not talking about just every high low, right? No, you're going to categorize them. So, for example, the reason why I get this big of a buy move, what version of a turtle soup is this? Weekly version. So I get a week turtle soup, 1 week, literally just under a different week. Okay. Simple concept. And what do you need to be doing? You need to be a buyer underneath lows. So when all week, right, in my Discord, literally at this point, damn near had me yelling. I was like, yo, we do not have any more selling available. We don't have any real selling available. And I want you to be able to come in. And my whole point of this fucking video is for you to get out of your bullshit and understand this. It's not just about hold back levels. These funny lines are not going to save you alone, my guy. They're not. They're not. What I need you to understand, if you do not have a good, if you do not understand market structure and time, these funny fucking lines will not have any fucking effect for you. And what's unfortunate is when you see a lot of people out there, I get to where you can talk about, yes, like, yes, you can make a educated guess from a dealing range only and figure out where we probably need to fucking go. You're going to be sitting there feeling like, why am I not consistent still? That's the fucking problem. Now, the common person, not to say it like that, it's built on our human design, right? We want shortcuts. We want shortcuts. Now, I need you to understand market structure is number one. You don't understand what I mean about just basic narration. And again, we are not even talking about the entry yet. I need you to be able to fucking narrate. Okay. So let's pull it back a little bit. So when we're talking day by day, right? What are we doing? And I've already given you lectures about um natural premiums and discounts. Okay. So if we're talking about even in general, right? Just because I'm thinking about it, I want you to be able to operate your midnight correctly. Okay. And so you can take this tool from me if you don't already have it. Um, and I mean you can like I'll scroll through like slowly. You can pause the video and go through my settings or whatever. Um, but long story short, this tool, all I'm using it for, or at least for right now, like it has central bank dealers range. You can calculate your flout and your um AR if you really want to. But realistically, like I just care more about this midnight line. Okay. That's what I care about. Now, speaking about why I care, realistically, um, your midnight is a natural premium and discount separator. Okay. So it's a natural EQ, right? Now, what I need from you, like I said, you need to get to a point where if you're even speaking to me about the chart, I'm asking you, yo, do you think it's bullish or bearish or what's on your mind? You need to make sure you are organized. So, for example, this means every single day, okay, if the algorithm itself is restarting at 12, you still need to be excellent narrator. Now, I'm going to give you the script in order. But first, when we talk about this midnight, in general, when we talk about this EQ, that means you need to be a seller from above midnight, okay? And you need to be a buyer underneath it. So, for example, this right here, 9 o'clock in the morning, clearly stepping into optimal trade entry. So, when we talk about OTE, right? Again, it's the same time every fucking day. And so we're going to go through that part. But what I'm trying to tell you is what do I need you from you to be doing? I need you to be a buyer under lows. Buyer under lows. Now, why is this significant? Same thing I just taught you with that turtle soup down there. Just switch the version of it. So, for example, now I show you session turtle. Now, if you remember way, way, way back in season one, right? Um, I talked a lot about um both algorithms. Okay. I want you to understand this, right? Like you need to hear me when I'm saying this one. All right. A lot of people don't understand when I type this out. Listen, I don't care so much about algorithm one and two. I don't not care. I care more about you understanding what function you're using. And it's a lot of them. So that means when I'm breaking everything down into session functions, you have array functions. Okay. And again, when I talk about like arrays, right, that means like fair value gap, order block, mitigation block, breaker, liquidity void, rejection block, whatever. But again, I need you session functions. So that means you're not just understanding that, yes, we could break that turtle soup idea into a weak style turtle. You're simply buying and knowing the whole week is likely going to keep that same direction simply because we took out a bigger version of liquidity. And you see what happens when we take a smaller version of liquidity, meaning one session, which is London here, the low of it gets taken out by New York. What do you need to be doing? Buying shit. You need to be fucking buying shit. And where are you aiming at? Remember, Sunday is my weekend. Okay. And all you're doing, you're simply just aiming at the same categories I just gave you. I get discouraged sometimes. I personally never had a like hard time with trading like that. It's because I chose to do what I'm teaching you about right now very early on. So what I'm doing is I can separate types of liquidity, no problem. So that means, yes, I understand this is a high of the day. This is a Friday. I can aim at something, right? And understand that price could go right into a session high and be done. Or it might not give a fuck about the other version of my liquidity. So I'm separating all these into my categories. So for me, right, I understand the impact of you seeing a session turtle versus a week style turtle versus a day style turtle. Ooh. And think about what I'm saying with this midnight line. So to clean up my screen a little bit, what do I want from you? I need you to be what? Buyer under midnight. And I'm talking about 1 day algorithms right here. Just very, very simple, very, very clean. Again, this episode is sponsored by Gatorade. Normally, it's sponsored by uh, whatever I liked at the time, but it's still Gatorade. Hmm. I'm telling you, man. I feel like Tony Hawk with the 900 right now. Shit going crazy. Nine fucking hundred of you. Damn. Y'all gonna get sick of me talking about that. But anyway, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. You need to get to a point where when you're logically speaking about buying or selling, please just keep it simple for right now. As you're just learning, just keep it simple. So I had mentioned a third type of turtle. Okay. So when we speak about what the fuck that means, dude, you see what I mean in general about we making a low, and this right here is what? New York low. Yeah, that gets taken out by Asia, which is super, super rare, honestly. Asia is not the session that typically wants to take a lot of liquidity. But I will say, keeping your guard up on this midnight, you see some of the incredible stuff that you get handed. And even if you're unsure about what am I doing? Got two screens right here. Like I'm on the iPad, I have the MacBook next to me on this side, but I'm on a Windows computer talking to you. And it's only simply because I have some shit downloading. But bro, I have every fucking electronic you can fucking think of. I got MacBooks, I got VR headsets, we got loads of computers. I just love tech stuff, man. I love like just seeing how it evolves over time. I said involves. Evolves is what I meant to say. But um like I have the brand new iPad or whatever, and this thing's pretty cool. I'm downloading some stuff for the emulators, and it's not like like I don't know. People ask me sometimes like, are you Mac? Are you an Apple guy? Are you like Windows? I mean, honestly, I like both. I like both ecosystems. Like I like the freedom of the stuff that I could do on my Windows computer, of course. But I love the convenience of all the shit I could do on my Apple devices. So, like, let's say for example, it's because I'm being an asshole right now, and I need to be trading the script. Let's pull it down to 15. Now, uh, real quick, this is a nice day, ain't it? Nice day. I want to show you something. Now, we had just talked about what? That weak low that was taken out um down here. Now, mind you, this is a Tuesday. Okay? Yeah, Tuesday, right? Now, what happens after we get to Tuesday? Obviously, in hindsight, you can see we go straight up all the way till Friday. Now, me talking about this, right? I need you to get in gear with this motherfucker, man. It's not about you coming on and just thinking buys and sells are possible at every lick of the day, right? You need to understand the script, right? And so the reason why, yo, I watched this guy on YouTube, um, and like he's really fucking funny. Like I feel like all the stuff that I watch on YouTube, right? And hold up, shout out to my Naruto case. But all the people that I watch on YouTube, I'm not saying it like that, right? But um, I don't watch like other trade content for like technical stuff. Like I watch I like to watch people go on like a journey. Like I like to see people like um explain how they like to trade and then like just explain like how they're comfortable really. Because not to say it like that, us messing with an algorithm, I don't even need you guys trading like me. Like my goal here, right? My job, my goal is to come in and help you trade without being rocket scientists. What am I doing here? Right in this little box. And to give your to the context, right? Yellow line is midnight. Don't tell me I didn't tell you. Okay. Yellow line is midnight. So when I tell you right here, boom, 12 o'clock. This makes a perfect uh opposite of vertical line. Couldn't think of horizontal for a second. What do we do, honestly? Midnight protraction. Are you comfortable with this concept? Like by itself? This is what leads me into session functions and what I call singular functions, right? If you don't understand that the marketplace plays just from singular function, like it's no different than when you have to um press X on your controller and then your character jumps, it can't go backward. It can't go backward. Okay. You need to understand what's happening at the chart of the time. So when we talk about the real script fully in order every day, I want to use this Thursday because it's more interesting, right? But before we do that, again, pointing your attention to this midnight line. If I'm telling you it's a natural equilibrium, equilibrium. Oh man, I can't speak today. My bad, my bad, my bad. I'm watching Tokyo Ghoul, and technically, if you've ever seen Tokyo Ghoul, I had to lock in real quick. If you've ever seen it, it's a very like interesting show. Ow. Okay. It's a very interesting show, but the only problem is like they don't give me the resolution I'm looking for. So I've seen this show like two different times and I tried to like interpret it differently, but like I just still don't like the ending. So like Kaneki versus like Amon at the end, and you're just like, whatever, man. When you're looking at this midnight line, I might turn to a ghoul myself not doing this, right? So like looking at these down here and down here, is it a coincidence that we're majorly reacting from this level here? Combine your gold back levels with your market structure. So when you come into stuff like this, now on a day like this, I would fully explain myself. If you told me, yo, Jay, I see why sometimes you tell me like you don't even really need the dealing range sometimes. You know you don't. All you need to do is understand what's going on. So when I'm talking about Asia and what we do first, right? The first thing we do every time we run in Asia, right? Judah swing. Classic Judah swing, right? What I need you to understand, there's a Judah swing almost every single night. Okay. And when we talk about like why we do this, right? Because we have to start swinging into this is just your first Asia session function. Judah swing by itself, singular function. It's going to have that shape. You get what I'm saying? Bearish Judah swing, bullish Judah swing, just to remind you. Okay. Now, the reason why we talk about your go back levels here, and let's say I do want to put you back. This is what I'm talking about. We understand where the fuck we at. We get it, my guy. And I'm all up in your way. But long story short, I'm looking at a 729. Okay. Now, my advice to you, just so you can see stop runs and shit, go from a bigger PO3 number and then come down. Okay. These episodes are so short. That's why like I'm watching these and talking to you at the same time. You often see me like just naturally multitask. Um, you guys think I'm doing it like on purpose, but when I'm actually speaking, it's just how I am. Like my attention is all over the place, right? Some days it's worse than others, obviously. But like having ADHD, this is why I smoke so much fucking weed. So like I literally can have to slow my brain the fuck down. My brain is faster than my mouth. So like by the time I'm even talking about something different, I don't even realize it. You get what I'm saying? So like I'll be thinking exactly about what I want to tell you next, actually. And then something will happen and I just want to comment on it. Hmm. But like my thing is, and this is why I asked you that question earlier. You ever seen Dazed and Confused? The joint, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did, man. Like that movie, um, you kind of have to have that kind of perspective that the characters had at the end of the film. The whole movie, they didn't give a fuck. And I'm really realizing that. You've also known the entire time, no. If it's something that's not useful to me in the chart, no, I do not give a fuck. If I have what I need to run what we need, no, I do not need no extra confluence. If you need 37 confluences to run your trade, it's a skill issue. That's all it is. It's a skill issue. But what do we get? What do we get? Like I said, it's not that we are ignorant of algorithms. We could find it right now. It's on the screen. Do I care so much about it? No. Why? That's not the only thing to care about. Even though I'm looking dead at breaker level, down to fair value, right? Cool. So in your mind, it makes you start thinking about algorithm too, right? Because you got rejection block, Then you go up to your breaker, and then you go down to your fair value. So yes, it's there. Yes, you can find the algorithm. Okay. But the reason why I'm telling you, I don't need you just all day, yo, like, oh my God, okay. So where's the other algorithm two in here? Where's the algorithm one in here? Okay, got it. Cool. But at the same time, like that's not the only way to go about using gold back level information. You know what I mean? You might just only care, to be honest, right? Like I said earlier, this was already an algorithmic level that I showed you. Watch. You can get the same levels doing other things. And you can also get the bias doing other things. What did I tell you earlier? Buyer under midnight. Buyer under midnight. Buyer under midnight. What do we do all morning here? Did you get faked out? Don't do that. This is easy. Understand context. What's the entire week doing? I guarantee you, you learn how to view the marketplace without freaking out about concepts, you will start to be reliable narrator. All we do is what? Open, right? So we took this tool here. We said, okay, make it yellow. That's this line, you see? And all I did was make a big version of the week. That's all we're doing. Now, watch this. What are we looking at? Friday is nothing but a top wick. That's all it is. Um, you can't tell me, oh, Jay, I didn't know we were going to go down. I didn't know we were going to go this far. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Why? Now, if you're looking at the week in general, right? Open, low, range expansion, high, protraction phase, close. Now, that same thing I talked about with midnight, right? Let's talk about it. What am I showing you, man? We open right here, right? Let's get all the midnights off. Open, protraction phase, range expansion, high, protraction, close. That's all I'm showing you, man. Friday is nothing but this wick being made. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are nothing but the body of your weekly candle. You get what I mean? So there's no way you can really come on here and keep hitting me with this. Oh my God, we're bullish. Oh my God, we're sell side. Oh my God, we're bullish. It's just every single time you're looking at something like this, you're just not understanding what I mean by singular function and pairing it to like what the fuck we're actually doing or not. So there's a reason as to why you should be able to look directly at one of these and know that every time we're coming down, that motherfucker is fake. It's fake. No, we're not expecting this shit to go far. Why? We already took out the lows. So what are we really doing? Listen, now, like I said, the script. You got the Jedediah swing, right? Now, just because I talk about the Jedi swing, right? Or the Houdini swing, right? This is one of my favorites of the algorithm because of a few reasons, honestly. If you're somebody who feels like you need to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to trade London, but you can't tell me why, what the fuck are you doing? You're getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning for no fucking reason. Literally, for no fucking reason. We talk about AMD cycles all the time. If this had a great amount of movement, this is likely a what? What comes after X? What do they do to A? What do they do to the A cycle on both sides? All this shit. What do they do? Fuck it up, right? See what I mean? X, A, M, and then what really gets the party started? E cycle, brother. You can't tell me this shit is hard. You still think trading is hard? Why? What's hard about this? It goes in order. Distribution cycle. But you're gonna do it with the Judas swing. Okay, cool. All right, what's next in my script? We get access to two things. Okay. Now let's pop into a five, so I'll show you. Now again, we're talking about this day. Okay. Now, the thing is, once you go through the full script a few times, and the reason why I'm giving this one out for 900 is because there's so much stuff I could show you, but um, dog, my YouTube channel is like, people tell me how cool it is, and I appreciate you guys watching. Bro, I'm just giving you the basics. This is just trading kindergarten, literally. Everything I've showed you on this channel is kindergarten. I don't even save some of the crazier stuff until you get to my Discord or my mentorship. I will not show you that stuff here. I won't. I respect my students too much. I'm telling you, just come to mentorship. Just come to mentorship. You want to learn way more about all the stuff that we're doing? Just come to mentorship. You want to learn how to use levels in creative ways you've never heard of? Just come to mentorship. You want to see some cool shit? Come to Discord. But this is my thing, right? You need to learn this in order. So we talked about the Johnny swing right here, right? This leads you into your next part of narration. So then you get to pop up with your 12 o'clock. This goes right into midnight protraction. Okay. Again, we already have context on the week because it's Wednesday going into Thursday now. We know we're still bullish. There's not a single lick of real actual selling shit other than just like a session or a couple swings that we're going to already anticipate. And what are we doing in the first place? I was taken. So where are you selling from? And specific, when we talk about timing, you have your 9 o'clock to 10:30 area. Okay. That's really where you want to focus yourself. This area goes all the way to what? This swing don't stop till boom. So your Judah swing is not going to actually stop until that 2 to 5 window. So whatever direction is portrayed at that time, this is what is stuck on that side. You still thinking trading is hard? You sure? This is what you can do. Like I said, pop down here, take the Judas swing, sell this. Your only job is to take the Judas swing if you want to take that trade. That's your job. Just get used to trading your Judas swing. And then from there, when we talk about entry stuff, right? You enter once you get the reaction. Okay. I don't care about PD arrays. I don't care about gaps. I don't care about order blocks. I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about you finding the reaction when the downside actually starts or you get that reversal. A lot of stuff we do in all of our trading, right? It literally needs to go up to come down, needs to go down to come up. That's how it's coded. So when we're talking about general framework, right? Yes, what do you get access to? A sell move, boom, you're done. Everybody in their mind is going to get attracted to this and wants to keep this going forever, right? No, 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 no. Tell me where to find shit. Low is made. Why am I not expecting this one? Why am I not expecting that? That's not for London. Like I said, you're getting up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning thinking you're just going to continue to do, oh, well, Asia's open. I'm going to just take sales. Oh, God. Oh, God. I need you to understand functionality, my guy. Right? It's a natural rejection block. Like I said, I've been away for a while, so I wanted to make sure we talked about a lot. So, really looking at these London natural rejection blocks, bro, it stops in mid fucking air. That's why you get this right here. It's a rejection block function. And you also hit a gap too, which you get access to. And when I say things like, yo, I don't care about algorithm 1 and 2, I don't care about gaps and order blocks. What I'm saying is, for you to tell me why we're going up or why we're going down, it's not based on just these things. Okay. It's not based on you telling me, yo, there's a gap here. This is the only reason why we're bullish. There's gaps every fucking where. What is you talking about? Listen, gap right here. What's stopping this gap from working? That's what I'm going to ask you. Oh, well, sometimes it's just no. Why is this gap not working? It's not time for this right here. It's not sell side to fucking begin with, and it's midnight protraction time. It's the only reason why we're coming down in the first place. It's time for midnight protraction. Slightly after 12, right? It's going to be right into this 1 o'clock area. It does it every single night. Every single night. Then you get a delayed protraction coming with that 2 to 5 area. This is going to run into that 6:30 to 8:30 window. Okay. That 6:30 to 8:30 window in your script. This is to now build brand new liquidity, right? And again, be grateful because I only typically do this lecture with my Discord and my students. But I wanted to make sure I gemmed you up today. So 6 to 7:30 area, cool. But you can extend this to 8:30, and I'm not going to give you why. Okay, just follow the framework. Now, in this window, you see this the exact window. We have a what? Reaction, reversal, retracement, whatever you want to call it, right? You feel me? Now, when we talk about all these things here, what does it lead you into? What does it lead you into? What does it do? Be smart about this. Think about one thing at a time. What do we do for optimal trade entry? Like, what's the point of it? Like, what does it do? You open 9:30. Your object of the game is to make new liquidities. Okay. and then it takes the wrong direction first. That's all it does. That's all it does. So, what do I mean about you being excellent narrator? You're going to tell me, yo, Jay, I think this fake. I'll be like, yo, guess what? You're correct. The only reason I said this earlier, we're only coming down if we have an objective. This is not for trading. This is for you waiting to plan all your fucking money that you're going to make on this fucking buy side. This is already set in stone. This is not for us to infinitely think that selling is just randomly fucking possible. Fuck that. You're not going to come into thinking, oh, I'm going to start marking all these lows again. No, that's not a thing. And again, what do you go into? You get access to what? You get access to all these fucking gaps. Yeah, you just said you didn't care about a gap. I'm talking about what we do if we're bullish. We're not going to respect sell side PD arrays. We're going to respect buy side PD arrays. This should be added to, again, Confluence if you want to use it. Do I care only about gap? No. What do I care about? Being underneath midnight. So, yes, I'm looking to be a buyer. Am I in the gap? That's a bullish standpoint. Cool. Do I have buy side liquidity to aim at? Yes. Is there anything on the sell side I need to be concerned about? No, because we took out the lows already. Do you get what I'm saying? We understand in terms of expansion days, right? It's going to be either, you see what I mean? It's going to be your Tuesday, it's going to be your Wednesdays, and it's going to be your Thursdays that are your expansion days. Damn, you just turned up real quick. But also, like I said, you're going to get to a point where no, this stuff's not difficult. And when we say, yo, Jay, damn, well, what the fuck? Where's the gold back levels? What did you do? I told you. It told us what? Exactly what we need to focus on. We saw right down here coming into, again, on the week, right? And you already know what a stop run is. So when it comes down, it's just a vacation into the lower 729, right back like it never left. I sound so intense. I'm crying. But this is funny right here, right? Again, bullish signature, boom, bullish signature, boom. And look at the level, okay? Fair value gap in fair value gap. You get what I'm saying? And look, there's a huge, like this is the fair value gap. But the cool thing about it, even if you're on a smaller partition or you're on a bigger partition, you're going to be able to have access to exactly where it works. You know what I mean? So if you do have to use it, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. And so what do you care about? We already got some reference and wind that we are not breaking this thing. So this is your area where people become what? Say it with me. Dazed and confused. Well, Jay, what about this? What about this? Well, last time we did this. Last time we did that. You don't have time to be curious, George. What you have time for is to update yourself on your narrative. I don't care if you thought this day was difficult, right? I don't care if you thought this day was terrible for you. You probably feel like, damn, I don't know if it was me or, damn, it was so hard. I thought it was going to be such a great day. Boom, whatever. Yo, yo, yo. Real quick. Students, right? If you're watching this video, this is September 3rd, okay? And real quick, I'm just going to highlight something just for them. I love leaving cryptic little messages for them in these videos, just so like, when I go back and actually teach you what we're, talking about, maybe you already know what I'm referring to. That's cool. You can type it in the comments if you want to. But what I'm saying is, right, when you're at this part, you understand exactly why this is important on this day, right? Okay, cool. Anyway, so when you're looking at this type of stuff, right? And again, let's say you did all you had to do, and we're finally coming into the Friday, you're looking to trade. Let's pop down here. Bro, you gotta fit. This is not hard, bro. Like I said, just go check the ranges, my guy. Yeah. Now what are we looking at? 243 stop. Back from the dead like it never left. And again, you already know it's been bullish on the week. You're already expecting a wick to be made. So we talked about the script in order. Let's do a little. So you have your Judas swing. That will lead you right into your midnight protraction. Okay. Then it leads you right into your 2 to 5 high or low of session or possible day. This then, like the price swing itself for London. So London's swing or consolidation will last until that 6:30 to 8:30 window. Then we go into open float. Open float is the making of new liquid. Okay, did that for you. And so type that down in your notes like that. Okay. So once we get into the making of new liquid, this is that 6:30 to 8:30 area. 8:30 news, you'll probably have that. If you don't, you might have some more liquidity building to do. So right when you get into that, and I'm not going to explain too much further, again, out of respect for my students, but giving you again 50% of the script right into OTE. Okay. So right when you make that OTE down here, what you're going to do, not going to give out all the times for that. It's for them. But realistically, right? You understand what time to operate that, right? So you have 950 macros and whatever. But just run your optimal trade entry correctly from there. And just literally at this point, just go see what's open. Whether it be bringing it back full circle, okay? That weekly high low, that day high low, that session high low as target. Okay. And I'm serious. It's an algorithm, dude. It's not hard to learn. It's just that a lot of people just have misinformation. Or when you come into the go back community and you feel like, damn, I'm hearing people talk about like, yo, like fuck time. There's no sessions and like, oh, you don't need this and you don't need that. Like it's bro, it's not really like a concept or this concept sort of thing. You can use what you want, but I'm teaching you like not on just a base concept. I'm teaching you how the fucking market works. You get what I'm saying? Way different from I'm trade coaching, okay? I'm not sitting here telling you to do some gimmicky dumb shit that's going to work 2% of the fucking time. I'm here to tell you how to run every fucking price link. You get what I'm saying? Whew. Well, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back. I have some more stuff I want to show you. Okay. But again, I'm gonna let you make a little note on this while it's on the screen. Okay. All right. Uh, listen, man. Go watch Dazed and Confused. Go watch that shit. Okay. Yo, I wrote a book. I'm really hyped on it. You guys should read it. It's fucking dope. Like, I wrote a book. I wrote a book. And so, even I mean, as far as my Discord and stuff, I don't know. Hit me up. Um, mentorship starts in October. Q4 mentorship. What else is new? We're going skateboarding. Um, if you got PS5 or if you got PC or if you got Xbox, I got everything but play pretty much everything but Nintendo shit. I'm just not really hyped on the Switch 2 like that. But outside of that, dude, I mean, you want to play Call of Duty, you want to play Gears, fucking dude, let's play some games. And yeah, so What the hell? All right. I'll see you guys later. We talked about some cool shit, or whatever. Um, dude, 900? I'm fucking Tony Hawk.